Time Athlete of the Year. 22 years old. She had a record-breaking season with the Indiana Fever in the WNBA. She shattered 6 rookie records for points and assists, 4 franchise records, and multiple all-time NBA records, including the most assists in a single game, 19. Reflecting on her impact, she stated, "I've been able to captivate so many people that have never watched women's sports and then turn them into fans." Before joining the WNBA, Clark became the highest scorer in college basketball history at Iowa, drawing a staggering 18.9 million viewers for March Madness finale. And against South Carolina, second most watched women's sporting event in U.S. history. Times' Sean Gregory wrote, "Good luck naming another player who altered the trajectory of the entire sports team within 5 months on the job." And Caitlin Clark responds with the following. Adam, I'm going to come to you first.
Believe me.
She says, acknowledged her privilege as a white person in a league built on the contributions of black players. In her Time interview, she stated, "I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. The more we can elevate black women, that's going to be a beautiful thing." She also credited black basketball icons like Lisa Leslie, Maya Moore for paving the way for her success during an appearance on SNL. Despite her unprecedented accomplishments, including all the records that she had, so rookie season, criticism arose over her popularity. Golden State North Carolina suggested that her stardom reflects the Great White Hope Syndrome. Okay, it's what they called her. And while the 3-time MVP Aja Wilson claimed Clark's race was a huge contributor to her popularity, it doesn't matter what we all do as black women. We're still going to be swept underneath the rug. Adam, I'm going to come to you first.
Look, we had this conversation, I don't know, 3 months ago, 6 months ago during the WNBA season, and I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. She's been catapulted to this amazing star. By the way, you know what? How many championships she won in college? 0. She's 0 for 2. She didn't win. Is she a good player? Sure. The WNBA is a zombie company that loses money year in and year out. Actually, I have good news.
What?
They were projected to lose $50 million this year. But because of Caitlin Clark and all her great success, they only lost $40 million this year.
Hey.
Amazing. Great job, Caitlin. Thank you. So there it is. They lost $40 million. Name me a company that continually loses money. Let's give her a trophy because we only lost $10 million less than we expected. It's an absolute joke. It's absolutely absurd. Will she be a great WNBA player? Sure. I don't give a shit. If I actually want to see her actually warrant her merit, put her in the NBA. Have her play against Steph Curry. Have her play against LeBron. Have her play against Kevin Durant. Have her play against the greatest players in the world. Then show me what she does. The WNBA is a zombie company that is subsidized by who?
Lesbians.
The NBA. Yes, it is, I think, a 70% lesbian league.
Your thoughts.
But that's all
what
good.
is LeBron?
But by the way, let me just address the racist thing right now, because that's part of it.
I just have
Okay,
to, Rob.
the whole notion that she's just been given white privilege. Really? Okay. Tell that to the greatest black female athletes of all time. Tell that to Serena Williams, the greatest female tennis player of all time. Tell that to FloJo or Jackie Joyner-Kersee, the greatest track and field athletes of all time. Tell that to Lisa Leslie or Diana Taurasi, the WNBA greatest players of all time. Tell it to the greatest gymnast of all time, Simone Biles. It's absolute ridiculous, and she fell for it. She fell for the DEI LGBT thing rather than MEI. She deserved where she was at because she was a good player. But I have one suggestion for you, Caitlin. You're making, I think, I don't know what.
Sponsors are ridiculous.
She makes, I don't know, maybe 150 grand, 250 grand. She makes 24 million, 28 million from her Nike deal. Go donate that to the rest of your homegirls out there.
Yeah.
That if you actually want to change the narrative, go donate all your money, Caitlin.
Yep.
I'll take you one more. What is LeBron James' salary this year?
I think it's about $50 million.
Exactly. So think of the WNBA. They run the whole thing all year long, and they end up with a $40 million loss. Let's just call it what it is, a cost. For the cost of less than one LeBron James, they can run this massive diverse DEI program. The NBA can, called the WNBA. And that's the point. They're trying to elevate women's sports. They're trying to do it, and they see it as a marketing cost, Adam. It's a marketing cost. Because net, hey guys, we're gonna lose 50 million bucks on this. You know what? guess what?
Yeah.
You know, we'll keep trying. We'll keep doing it.
She just lost. Like, let me explain something to you. I was never going to watch a game, but if there was ever a chance that I was, it's all gone. Because you know what, Caitlin? You didn't make it to the WNBA because of the color of your skin. You played because you worked your ass off. Hours in the gym, you know, sweat, sacrifice and everything. It's not some imaginary head start that you got, okay? Let's be honest with each other. If this was a white privilege was a thing, every broke-ass white person in middle America would be dunking on all of us. I think somebody, Adam, she didn't change it. Somebody talked to her. Remember all the girls that were just all talking shit about her from the beginning? This was a tune change because that's how they roll. That WNBA is woke as shit. The NBA is woke as shit. And they had to tell her, you better change your thing or we're not going to get behind you 100%. And she did. She bowed down, and that's exactly what happened. And I would have bought a jersey. Done.
What?
You know
would
what I think?
actually, what jersey would you have bought?
Clark. I'm joking. I would never.
So that's how, you know how I know you're gay, Vinny?
Yeah.
That's how.
I think it's very clever, and it's an evil plot on Caitlin Clark's.
What?
I think she's trying to play nice and say some things, loosen up the defense, and break her own records next year.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Stop. That's
Tom.
you're so funny.
Strategic.
Tom
That's
tried
coming
to
from a
get
winner.
like-
That guy won the World Series.
And
so-
it's not
Here's
gonna
what
work.
I'll say. I just got a couple thoughts here, and then we'll wrap up because we got certain things we got to do. So, you know, I actually do want to see WNBA succeed. You know, because there's nothing wrong with girls competing with girls. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually like it. I think it's great if that's when you have 4 kids, they all have different dreams. All you care about as a parent is, hey, what's your dream, kid? Let me help you get to it, right? And I'd love if Brooklyn or Senna, they're like, hey, Daddy, I want to be a basketball player. So, you know, Saturday, Sunday, I'm with Senna. She's shooting baskets, and we go back and forth. To record is she's made 6 shots in a row, and
Nice.
it's a cool little moment that we have together. I enjoy it. Does she like playing basketball? No. We just do it as a form of exercise that we have. So I don't mind this winning. I actually want to see WNBA do well. But what she just did is exactly why I haven't watched a minute of an NBA game this year. I'm done. I'm unattracted. When NBA did the BLM thing, and all this stuff in their NBA field said BLM, and they were bitching about everything that's going on, and DeSantis is a bad guy, yet you did your NBA playoffs in Orlando,
Yeah.
okay, where it's the only state that would allow you to do it, and then you want to bitch about bad policies of Florida? You came to Florida.
Yeah.
I was done with the NBA. LeBron James destroyed a great game, and a lot of people can say stuff about him. I still put him as the second greatest. I was hoping Caitlin would stay and say, look, I respect everybody. I've earned to be here. I've worked very hard. But to go to the victimhood mentality place, so disappointing, so unattractive that I couldn't even sit there and have my kids look up to her as a hero. That's the part. I want to find a kid for my daughters to look up to. We don't agree with victimhood mentality. Because we're Middle Eastern. Can you imagine? It's like, oh, we don't have white privilege. Their daddy is as Middle Eastern as it gets. We don't believe in that stuff. My dad was a cashier at a 99-cent store in Inglewood. The man never complained about hard work. He's 82 years old, about to turn 83. Good luck hearing this guy complain about his health and the pain and all this stuff that he has. We don't have any kind of privilege about white people have it over us. I've never felt it that way before. I've never felt it that way with, well, this community is this, that community is this community is this. What an unattractive acceptance speech. What an unattractive acceptance speech by a 22-year-old that's being fed all this stuff. Such a big turnoff. I'm so disappointed. I was wanting to take my girls to a Indiana Fever game this year, courtside, to watch her play. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm so upset and disappointed with this.
You and me both.
Why can't you just not make a comment like that?
Yep. Just play the game. You're playing a game.
WNBA, would you like conservatives to watch the game?
Of course they would.
Would you like capitalists to watch the game?
Yep.
Would you like libertarians to watch the game?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like independents, or would you like Republicans to watch the game? You don't want them to watch the game, and you want to keep using them? No problem. Go ahead. Just have your liberal audience watching WNBA. Go ahead. Do your thing. Not interested.
BBD, I'm happy that you finally came to the good side.
No,
Because-
it's not the point. No, your point when you were saying you and I, our debate was that the WNBA doesn't have a shot at being profitable. You know, when you say 50 million to 40 million to this, the biggest, for many years, Amazon was criticized because they weren't making profits. And everybody was like, listen, if you're not comfortable with this, don't buy our stock. Don't expect dividends for years. But if you're thinking long term, you're eventually going to make a lot of money. He made people a lot of money. In an interview last week, he said something very interesting. The guy says, how does it feel having a net worth of $200 billion? He says, actually, don't look at it that way. He says, how do you look at it? He says, well, Amazon is worth roughly $2.4 trillion. He says, yeah. He says, I look at it as I've helped create $2.2 trillion of wealth for other people.
Nice.
That's the milestone I celebrate. So I hope these guys figure it out. I want businesses to do well. Every time a business goes out of business, I don't like it. But I cannot stand to the core when we hear these messages about victimhood. It's so unattractive. It's so annoying. And a parent like myself doesn't want to applaud someone like that. Right now, we had a meeting this week about, hey, Pat, what's the next book you want to write? Next book I want to write the next, 2 to 4 years. We're looking at what it is. It takes a lot of time every time we go through this. It's either something to do with business, but a lot of people are asking about fatherhood. Here's the thing. If I write a book on fatherhood, first chapter, you know what it's going to say? Read this book at your own risk. Don't look at me as a great father. We'll know if I'm a good father or not in 40 years. Yeah. But if you want to apply, this is how I raise my kids. You want to do it? Great. You don't? I totally get it. But it's such an unattractive thing. Well, it's just not attractive.
10 seconds. Listen to this, audience, at your own risk. The WNBA will never succeed. It's never going to make money. It is a zombie organization. It does not have mass market appeal or provide value like Amazon and Jeff Bezos did. There's limited interest. Sports fans, 80% of sports fans are men. Zero interest in the WNBA. It's a lesbian league that they're trying to shove down our throats. We have no interest.
Well, Adam, it's very hard to
pull.
The
proof's in the pudding.
No, it's not. No. Wait a minute. You isolate concerns.
It's all
Adam,
shit show. None of it is working.
You don't get 18.9 million viewers in a college championship game. That's more than the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I agree.
Unless
Caitlin Clark,
you know why it's the only reason you get it?
Goes back to
you know
college,
why the reason you get it?
She's going to be in the WNBA.
You know why you get it? You know why you get it?
What?
It's because the world is obsessed with competition. Reese against Caitlin, all that stuff. They love competition.
Yeah.
No,
manufactured.
For me, she screwed up.
Manufactured.
Big time.
Caitlin's comments just got me to have this much interest in what's going to happen in the sport. I'm out.
It peaked. You know how they say it peaked?
No,
WNBA,
Adam,
college.
You keep going back to make yourself feel like it's two different stories. She effed up because she could have brought a new audience to the WNBA, but she effed up because she caved. And the people in WNBA, the executive team, thinks they did the right thing. They just effed up. They had a half of the population. You know what a CMO should have done? Should have been like, hey, please, say what you say. Try to say something to the American. I love America. Greatest country in the world. That's all you have to say. Oh, wow. Okay, good.
Yeah.
She loves the country. She loves America. I'm willing to support. You want to say, yeah, but I have white privilege? Dude, we're out. So you just lost that part.
I see exactly what you're saying, how you want to segment different things.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
it's
all baked in the cake.
I got
It's all baked in the cake, and this is why this league will never succeed.
I can't tell you how many DMs I got from people telling me, Pat, I want my Christmas hat. Where is it? Well, the reason it wasn't shipped yet is because we sold 1,000 more than we had, and that hat just arrived yesterday. We just shipped out 1,000 of these, I think, today. That's going out. And by the way, for those of you that want it, that you didn't get it because it was gone, we got a few hundred more for you to get. And if you order before the 15th, you can gift this to a family pre-Christmas.
Nice.
And people are buying 5, 10, 15 of these at a time to gift somebody because it says Merry Christmas. It says Future Looks Bright, Valuetainment here, and Future Looks Bright here. These are, if you're somebody that's church going and you like the actual word Christ, Merry Christmas, these are here as well. Limited supply left just for this season. And then these sweaters, I saw Chris Mano, shout out to Chris Mano. The Happy Holidays crossed out Merry Christmas. Incredible quality sweaters are here. You can go to VT Merch. And last but not least, these hoodies, okay? These hoodies that Tom works at Equinox late at night. These ugly sweater hoodies we have officially Valuetainment is on there as well on vtmerch.com. Place your order. If you place the order now, you will get it pre-Christmas. We're shipping these things out. Again, for Christmas gifts, get these out. It's become a big hit. Future Looks Bright combined with Merry Christmas.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.